proof we are running out of silver. No supply flips the price. That's just how every economic model works. Data out today shows we've run out of silver and the market is already reacting. I'm going to break this down for you to show this frightening change will leave many people behind. Lean in and listen closely. I want you to be prepared for what is happening right now. Things are changing in a big way. This is from Market Index, and the title of this article says, "Mind the squeeze, silver is the new green." We've heard that often, and it's really unarguable that silver is the new green. The green revolution is here. It's coming full force. It's not stopping. And silver is a key component. The demand for silver in solar panels, in all of these green applications, is enormous, and there's not enough silver in the ground. Listen to this. This is from, again, Market Index, and it says, ironically, silver often takes second place to gold when it comes to headlines in the financial press, but it regularly outperforms its yellow counterpart when a macroeconomic and geopolitical factor are combined to drive elevated demand. And that is exactly what we're seeing now. There's a key difference between the two precious metals, of course, and the main is silver has substantial and increasing industrial applications. The energy transition from fossil fuels to renewable sources is perhaps the greatest challenge and opportunity facing science and industry, as well as the financial markets which fund them. According to the International Energy Agency, installed power capacity for solar photovoltaic, it's always difficult to say that word, photovoltaic, PV, sources is set to surpass that of coal by 2027. I'm going to say that again. Installed power capacity for solar photovoltaic sources is set to surpass that of coal by 2027, which would make it the largest contributor to the world's energy mix. The largest. And in fact, this article, here's some data right here. The average solar panel produced today uses roughly 0.64 ounces of silver. That's almost a full ounce of silver for one panel. If you live in California or a state that is really heavy on solar panels, then you know these solar panels are everywhere already. They're everywhere. Every home has solar panels. And that's just one solar panel requires that much silver. If you have a small house, let's say your house is even 1,000 to 1,500 square feet, you're going to need many solar panels. That's how many you use. So that's a lot of silver right there, and that's today. So that's not even what's coming down as 2024 rolls out. The demand for silver is just for all of this green revolution is just, it's rising and rising every day, every week. It's increasing, and you absolutely bet this price of silver of this, what I'm holding in my hand right now, this silver bullion, is absolutely going to skyrocket as this unfolds. It's just the simple math. This article says millions of panels are constructed each year, but to illustrate recent growth trends, one must consider data on solar PV capacity produced, measured in gigawatts. In 2023, global installed solar PV capacity increased by 375 gigawatts, or 31%. That's how much it increased, 31%. That's a huge increase. As we know in markets, demand is only one side of the price equation. All the demand in the world cannot move the dial on price if supply is sufficient to meet it, and we do not have that supply. Even the most conservative estimates on how much supply is available does not match what we need. And sometimes people, the Silver Institute will try to really stretch the truth and claim that there's silver down there in the ground. We just haven't pulled it up yet. That's the oldest story in the book. Here's another data point. This is from Wisdom Tree, and I really urge you to check this out. You can just Google Wisdom Tree silver, and you'll see this report that they just released. The report says, silver outlook to first quarter 2025, the hybrid metal is staging a catch-up. And this is just about a 10-page report, and it's fascinating because it really gets into the numbers of exactly what we're saying with the demand not meeting the supply for silver, and that is what boosts the value and the price of this metal. It's absolutely the math that we need as we look to a higher silver price. This report starts, silver is finally staging its catch-up to gold after underperforming the yellow metal for most of the past year. Now, they're saying most of the past year. They're not mentioning the past 6 to 8 weeks where silver actually has outperformed gold with this recent bump. This article says tight supply-demand balances when including investment demand by excluding exchange trade products, that's ETPs. Silver has notched 3 years of back-to-back supply deficits with a 253 million ounce record high deficit. Let me say that number again because it's massive. This is the deficit, a 253 million ounce record high deficit. That's just enormous. And the second highest deficit in 2023 of 211 million ounces. That's a deficit. That means we have the demand, but we do not have the silver to fulfill. So check out this report. It's also really telling, and it shows that, again, as 2024 rolls out, as according to this report, first quarter of 2025, the silver needed for the green revolution is just inadequate. And that is going to bump this price up. I mean, we're looking at this report actually closes. I'll give you a spoiler alert. They make their prediction at the end of this report, and I think it's very conservative. They close this report stating that they feel confident to see a $32 an ounce silver price. We're going to blow that away. I mean, that is just really conservative. And I see silver going way higher than that, especially as we look at this shortage and we see that solar panels are everywhere. The green revolution has already started, right? This need for electric vehicles, the demand for electric vehicles. Honda finally released their electric vehicle in the past a month or two, and people were chomping at the bit for that. So it's coming in strong, and the need for silver shows that with these reports, these both on market index and also this report that just came out from Wisdom Tree shows that the supply is absolutely not there. This article actually closes by saying the belief that silver will outpace gold to gain 15% over the coming year versus 11% for gold. That's what they see coming, that it will close out 2024 by showing a 15% gain and really beating what we see in gold. And that's really the elephant in the room that people don't talk about as silver stackers. We always reach for that gold as gold really being the performer, but truly silver and this is great news for us as silver stackers. Silver has been outperforming gold as when we look on a year-to-year basis. When you look in close windows, sometimes it doesn't perform that way. But over the stretch of time, silver is really the go-to.